Here's the update. We've started stripping the bumper. We found that our cracks were in the paint layer only and not in this Endure rubber. That was exciting good news. Got lining things up. These front bumpers are not the nicest or easiest things to line up, but we're getting things really close. Of course, every time you make an amendment to the fender at the front to make it match the bumper, then it will shift things just a little bit one way or another on the rest. And it's trickle down, so you kind of end up working all 5 panels at once. And then we tossed on the hood. We were getting the hood close. Made some amendments. And then we finally figured that this side had way more spring tension than the other side. We were able to conclude that that's because the other side, the passenger side of the vehicle, had a much smaller spring. Considerably smaller. It's hard to tell maybe on the camera, but it really is a much lighter spring. So we went out to the parts car and got this larger spring. There maybe is a better comparison. Every little bit matters. If the hood's not going to open and close evenly from side to side, that's going to cause all sorts of problems. The hood will never close the same every time either. Every time you fight it down, it'll be different. So, we started cleaning up inside here. There's a rubber that sits on top of, there's a seam in here. There's usually a seam sealer. And so it was rotten. And previous repairs on this car seem to have been a quarter replacement. And so where they welded underneath here never got finished quite right. And so that has some amendments to be made. We're hoping that that metalwork doesn't set us behind schedule, because we are 4 days from our proposed paint date. So it's not exactly the time you want to be running into corrosion problems. But we'll reschedule if that's what it takes, because we'll be doing this car right and we will not be rushing any work that needs to be done on it. Otherwise, all these spot repairs are nearly finished. Just more sanding and all the little parts and pieces that go with this car. Flares, mirrors, light rings.